2 suspects would be arrested following the passing of EBK OSAMA, the brother of rising Stockton rap artist EBK JAAYBO. The 2 suspects would be booked on multiple felony counts of being in possession of a firearm, acts of conspiracy, fleeing with reckless driving, and a number of outstanding warrants. CML Lavish D, Freeway Donny, and Subte affiliates would be in connection of the homicide of Malik Lott, also known as EBK OSAMA. Seaton, who is a Sacramento native, would move to Stockton, California after his paperwork would surface and change his name going by the new alias of Tana, short for Montana. Gen Z may be unfamiliar with who Seaton is, but let me inform you, Seaton was considered a top hat when the warfare between Mozzie and CML Lavish D would cross over to the underground rap scene. Seaton would be a key witness in the case regarding Perkzilla after indicating that O-Park member Denicio was the main suspect who is now serving a life sentence. Seaton is also genetically related to Demimi from the 500 block, also known as Townhomes in North Stockton, California. Demimi would be seen taunting the passing of EBK JAAYBO's father in numerous rap songs over the course of time. Demimi is also known to have narrated on the chain of events that led to the arrest of Lester Hands, the man alleged to have been the suspect in the homicide of EBK JAAYBO's father. Demimi would inform law enforcement of Lester Hands' involvement working as a confidential source prior to the passing of EBK JAAYBO's father, with Demimi placing Lester Hands at the scene of the crime. Lester Hands would later be indicted, but only on robbery charges, and not murder charges due to the lack of evidence and minimal cooperation from witnesses. Lester Hands would be admitted into Centinela State Prison May 16, 2016, and is eligible for parole in January of 2029. EBK OSAMA would be released from prison March 8, 2024, and begin to engage in extracurricular activities with Aired Out members Aired Out TG Mar, Aired Out Quez, and Dre West Oakland. On April 2, 2024, police would make contact with EBK OSAMA, Aired Out TG Mar, and Aired Out Quez after a traffic stop. Since then, Aired Out Quez would part ways from EBK OSAMA and Aired Out TG Mar, and that is when EBK OSAMA would victimize Bianchi's very own Demimi, stripping him of his belongings, leaving him feet to pavement. EBK OSAMA would be seen taunting Demimi on Instagram, broadcasting the fact he was able to victimize Demimi without leaving a stain. This will not sit well with Demimi. As weeks passed, EBK OSAMA would then victimize Aired Out TG Mar after Dre West Oakland would violate the woman EBK OSAMA was with in Los Angeles, California. As EBK OSAMA continued to victimize these known rodents, they would latch on to Sacramento's very own Seaton, CML Lavish D affiliate, also known as Montana. Seaton, being genetically related to Demimi and highly affiliated with Aired Out TG Mar, would put together a plot to backdoor EBK OSAMA, luring him to Green Haven, a well-known secluded residential area in Sacramento, California, to end the life of EBK OSAMA. After victimizing so many men, you would think EBK OSAMA would understand his status due to his blood brother having such a high-profile status. EBK OSAMA would fall victim to the tactics of South Sacramento, rolling the dice with his life and the outcome being detrimental. Before EBK OSAMA passed, it was rumored he made a few calls to elaborate on the fact a woman was the one who lured him to the location before tragically losing his life. The Sacramento Police Department would then work overtime to understand the chain of events. With so many narratives being painted, it would only take a few hours before all suspects involved would begin to taunt the passing of EBK OSAMA. Seaton would go back to Las Vegas with Demimi, while Kels and Little Ant stayed in Sacramento, where a planned operation would be orchestrated by Sacramento's Violent Crime Reduction Team. While in Sacramento, Kels would taunt the passing of EBK OSAMA as well as Little Ant, with CML Lavish D affiliate Kels tagging Bianchi's very own Demimi, and they would work around the clock to subliminally alert everyone it was in fact them who were responsible. Freeway Donny's cameraman, Shot by Diz would work closely with EBK JAAYBO's family to cause a diversion with the narrative, leaking falsified information to the blogs in hopes of EBK JAAYBO not finding out that aired out members would be in collaboration with Bianchi and CML Lavish D affiliates DONNY, C-Tone, Kels, and Little Ant. Kels would be seen tagging EBK Young Jock on Instagram saying EBK should change their name, stating EBK Young Jock said he was not worried about the passing of EBK OSAMA, that it was in fact an EBK JAAYBO problem. A few years prior, EBK members would be at a show in Stockton, California, before being approached by C-Tone. EBK members would then be on high alert because as they were making their exit, they noticed C-Tone was with numerous men known to be from townhomes. C-Tone would then approach EBK members with a hand gesture. EBK members didn't take the gesture lightly and proceeded to make their exit. As EBK members made it to the street, shots would be fired and EBK members would return fire and fleeing the scene. The politics in Sacramento and Stockton, California have officially been cross-contaminated. We'll see how this narrative unfolds as the warfare in Northern California takes a drastic turn. Sacramento rap artist Briss is known to have gave Aired Out and EBK their platforms, and the two would now be at odds after the passing of EBK OSAMA. Again, everything is conspiracy, and nothing I say can be used against anyone in the court of law. It would take solid, substantial evidence to be brought forth. I'm just here to do what I do best, and that's pay my due diligence, and until then, I rest my case.